So I thought it would be easier, rather than taking a still photo of kneading bread, I would show you how it's done. I'm nearing the end of the kneading time on this. It should be done for about 15 minutes. And the technique that I'm using is, it's a lot of palms of your hands, kind of the heel of the palm. And you pull the bread towards you, the dough, and push down. Turn it, push down. Pull it toward you and push down. Now this is what's left of my total of 6 cups of flour, 1 cup of whole wheat, 5 of bread flour. And so since I've been kneading, I've been slowly working this last half cup into this. You want to maintain slightly stickiness with the dough, but not enough that it sticks to the cupboard. So I'm continually like adding a little bit to it. And you want to keep going until, my mom used to say, till the dough squeaks, then that means it's ready. We used to do this all the time when I was a kid. We'd have to knead the dough for my mom. And most of our bread was totally whole wheat, so it was thick and heavy, which made it quite challenging to work out. This bread is oatmeal based, so it has a lovely kind of chewy texture once it's baked. There are a couple of reasons that you knead bread by hand. You can do it with a bread mixer if you like, but I think a real domestic goddess would do it by hand. The main reason you knead bread is to work the glutens. You really want to develop the glutens in the flour, which are those proteins, and they make the bread light and airy and chewy. And the other reason that you want to knead the dough, as you can tell, I'm a little out of breath, and it makes very strong arms. It is aerobic, and that's why I wear my Fitbit while I do it, even though I take my other jewelry off so I don't get dough all over it. But it is an aerobic exercise after all, if you do it well. So we did this when I was a kid. We kneaded dough, we made bread. We just felt like it was the staff of life. And I remember when I was in college, at Manatee Junior College, my first year, we had to give a speech to inform. And of course, being the domestic goddess that I was raised to be, my speech to inform was how to bake bread. And I know the other 19-year-olds were very impressed in my class. So I brought the things in and demonstrated and told how to make the bread and the various processes. Said that yeast was first discovered in ancient Egypt thousands of years ago. They set their flatbread out to proof in the sun, and some yeast spores kind of came through the air and settled on them, and poof, it rose. And that's how they discovered not flatbread, but risen bread. Anyway, at the end of the speech, everybody got to sample a little of homemade bread, and they liked that. So that's what I did when I was 20. I was baking bread. So this is very manageable because it'll make about 2 loaves, which is, a good amount to eat one and freeze one or give one away. This is winding down. The feel of this is smooth, this dough. Sometimes they say it should feel like the smoothness of a baby's bottom. So all you parents out there would understand that, what that feels like. One last thing I know you're really wondering about is why I have pearls on to knead bread, even though I'm sweating slightly. I have discovered via Julia Child that when you wear pearls to knead bread, it rises better. Get a much better fluffiness in the dough. Now, some of my ancestors didn't know that, but I've discovered that. So I'm going to call that done. I have a well-greased bowl here. I'm going to put the dough down in there and grease the top. Flip it over. Cover it with a nice little cloth here that my sister Trish made. Believe that? And it's done. I'm ready to rise.